announcement. That they're going to have a specialized unit.
Okay, we are live. All right. What does that sound? What was
I
that?
don't know.
Do you hear that? Are you guys
I heard
paying
it. I
attention?
thought it was you. I was
Yeah,
like,
it's you.
That. What's that?
Oh, I'm sorry. That was me. I thought I muted myself.
It's all right.
I'm,
There he
yeah, just trying
is.
to
Let me
fix
just.
something here. It's been bugging me all day and it
He's
won't
still
work.
working.
this is what DigiByte is. Ultimate multitasker.
Yeah,
Well,
absolutely.
well, this actually is DigiByte related. Don't tell anyone here at work because, um, yeah, I'm just trying to put together like a little Digi asset demo here.
Oh, I love all those. You
Yeah,
know,
you're
I wish I could auto subscribe to all your Digi assets so that I can just get them all when you issue them. There's got to be a way to do that, right?
Well, probably. I mean, I think, and maybe that's something we can talk about on this call is just, what's, comes next as far as, the technology is there, and how do we build upon that to create, a platform where someone can say, oh, hey, I really like this guy's work. Let me, subscribe to his channel or his profile. And whenever a new piece, a new Digi asset comes out, if it's a piece of art, whatever, I can get notified and either, if it's a giveaway or if it's an auction or something for sale, that's something that, I think definitely would, be part of the next level of Digi assets. So yeah, I mean, I'm just kind of splicing together a video that kind of showcases the marketing aspect of it, because one thing I've noticed in my research, with looking at other non-fungible tokens, NFTs, is a lot of it's just the art, and that's it. Whereas with Digi assets, you can put an unlimited amount of data in there. I think Script and I, we talked about this a couple of weeks ago in our com talk, where you can put in links to external websites, and that's huge. I think from a marketing point of view, where you can just create an asset and have it be all encompassing of everything related around that topic. And I think that's something that really sets Digi assets apart from a lot of these other NFTs that are out in space today.
Yeah, remember you guys were talking about the actual videos and data. They're like URLs, right? Now,
Right.
like, what do you see the future of like a Digi asset infrastructure? Like, do we need to have storage or IPFS or um, because
Right.
that's
Yeah, I
that's
think.
being played around right now, right? IPFS solutions.
Yes, I don't know a lot of details about it, about how like it would specifically work. I know that's something Raven assets uh, already incorporates IPFS, and that's something that really has caught my attention because of the concept of decentralized storage and media. Because if you have a photo or GIF, that gets put onto the blockchain. That's on the asset itself, right? You go into the Digi Explorer and you see that the little thumbnail of that artwork. But if you have a video, it's linking to an external site. So that external link, you want that to have redundancy and be decentralized and not, be subject to censorship or just, some company going out of business, or, oh, our servers just went poof, sorry, your media's gone forever. And there's no way that you can go back and like revise the asset and say, oh, well, here's the new link, I mean,
Oh, that's a really good point. You can't edit the old asset. Is that
yeah,
what it is?
and there's
Once it's
probably,
written in stone, it's written in stone. Is that what it is?
I
Pretty
beg your
much.
pardon?
It's like once it's written in stone, it's written in stone. You can't alter the digi asset.
Right. The Digi asset itself, you can't revise it really in any way. I guess it's possible to, you know, go about it the other end, where it's like you go onto the server side and and replace the media on that link, maybe that's possible. I don't even know how you would even go about doing that. If, for example, if you upload a video to Imgur and something happens to Imgur, I mean, you'd have to, be an employee of the company or have some way to get in and modify their data to make that work. And I mean, it's probably not impossible, but not very practical. Not something I could ever figure out how to do, I'm sure. But, there's probably people out there who could do that. But, and there's probably circumstances where you wouldn't need the video to really last forever. But if you were doing, some sort of like a digital trading card, some sort of collectible, you want that media to last. That's one of the reasons why, I haven't really gone out and like sold assets yet or put them out, on like DigiBroker to sell them. That's one reason. Also because, a lot of the assets I've created are using content that I don't own. I mean,
Right, yeah.
I'm taking a lot of liberties and just not, I mean, I think it makes you less susceptible to be targeted for someone that says, hey, you don't have my permission to do that. Because I have read, I've seen tweets where someone did that. They found a piece of artwork somewhere and they created an NFT and sold it. And the original artist came back and they're like, whoa, hey, no, you don't have my permission to do that. And it'll be interesting to see how it plays out because the artist, he's like, no, I don't even want the money. I just want that asset destroyed. And the guy's already sold it to someone else. So
it's impossible, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's what recourse do you have? And if you go to the courts, how are they going to, even if they make a judgment saying, yeah, this asset must be destroyed, how can they force the owner to do that? So it'll be interesting to see how these things
just
evolve in
reminds you
space.
of how young and early we are in this
Yeah.
space, right? Wow.
Are we live yet?
Yeah, we live.
Oh,
Yeah,
We
I don't know. Silent live.
It's best way.
all right. Okay.
So
Good thing you didn't say anything bad.
I never say anything bad.
I like how you do that with an evil laugh afterwards. It's perfect.
Where's Lenny? Lenny's supposed to come on, huh?
Yeah.
Joe might actually get on a little bit later. We'll see if he gets on. But,
So Lenny just tweeted, "We are DigiByte Happy Hour."
Get your ass in here, boy.
2 minutes ago.
Who's going to message him and tell him? He's so funny. He's probably going to be watching us and he's like, wait, I'm supposed to be in there?
That's
yeah,
what
Lenny-
happened to. That's what happened to Blind Dave. Like I was doing a live stream on the DigiByte Com Talk, and we're sitting here doing the live stream at Comic Ninja and Silvertooth, and here's Blind Dave, and I talked to Blind Dave earlier. Sent him the link. I said, just join this at this time, and you'll be on camera and all that. But then he's commenting like, "Hey, I'm here." Like, no, you're in the wrong thing. You're in the comments here. You need to go back to your email and join the conversation.
I love him. He's he's one of my favorite people in crypto. He really is.
Maybe Lenny doesn't know you have to actually go onto Zoom. Maybe he thinks he's going onto like YouTube or something.
I don't know.
I gotta ask him.
Do you want to hear my Blind Dave story? It's a really good one.
Uh-huh.
Okay, this is how I met Blind Dave. It was right before the big meetup in Texas that the Bitcoin Ben and Wild West crypto guys did. And so we were going to do, we had two booths there. I had a booth for DigiID and then a booth for just DigiByte. We had just so much going on. And so we had some volunteers come and everyone, I was like tweeting out, we need volunteers. We had this like group put together and it really was a fantastically, like, came out great. But so Dave really wanted to participate and he had been, liking our stuff on Twitter. So I knew a little bit of him. And so he reached out to, I think, Bitcoin Ben and was like, can you tell Laura that I'd like to participate? So Ben got us connected and he took a bus from New Orleans to Texas. It was his first trip blind, like since he lost his sight that much of it, just to come volunteer at our DigiByte booth. I love this guy. He's so cool. He works so hard and he's like so positive all the time. He just cracks me up though. And I love when he posts about his house. Just
I don't. I've
cracks
never.
me up.
What's his handle? Is it DigiByte Dave? A blind
I
Dave or?
Yeah, I think it's Blind Dave.
Oh, I don't. I've never seen
Oh,
that one.
yeah, he's funny. He's a nice guy, but man, I mean, it was a trip for him, and he did that just to help us out.
There he is.
There's Lenny.
Yay!
Hey, Lenny.
Hey guys,
There he is.
you are all in offices and I'm in the middle of nowhere. Hello.
Hey!
Let's see a picture of the scenery. It's beautiful over there, huh?
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
Wow. Oh man, I want to go there.
That's beautiful.
one of our lakes. Guys, you are all more than welcome. You can arrive anytime. Philippines is open for tourism.
Wow. Now, how far are you from like the closest town?
10 kilometers.
Okay.
That's a small town. If I want like to really bigger town where I can do proper shopping, then it's about 3 hours.
Wow. Wow. That is a long time.
Yeah.
No running down to the grocery every other day.
I've got, what's saving me, I've got 7-Eleven about 9 kilometers away. So,
Oh, that's
yeah, that's
good.
very useful actually. 7-Eleven is very useful.
Yeah, so we're just messing around. I don't know what happened to John. Well, we did say that when we all got together, we'd hit Nirvana, and people would be like, "Poof, where'd they go?" It happened. So
Nice.
now Mike ran some meetups for DigiByte back when everybody was meeting in person, and you were like gaining some traction with those too, man. I just freaking hate this COVID. It just kind of slammed everybody's brakes so hard for so many ways, but
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
It's a shame because there were a lot of fun and there were a lot of meetups here in the Los Angeles area. Many that I didn't get a chance to go to, but others that I could attend and even give presentations at. So it was a great experience just to meet people locally, because we're all on Twitter, we're all on YouTube, or it's like a global thing, but at the same time we're just have that human interaction is great. And there's times too when I'd meet people at meetups and we're talking and find out later like, oh well, here, what's your Twitter handle? Let me follow you. And find out, oh, we're already following each other, and it's great just to find these people out there that that are also love DigiByte and know all the great things about it and are willing to tell people about it. And it's a lot of fun and I miss it,
yeah.
Even the one I went to, I guess it was last summer, where we, I had a booth. It was down in Venice at this startup tech meetup. So it wasn't really crypto specific. It was more just kind of people in technology. So you had this real mix of people who were like, others are like, oh well, yeah, I've heard of Ethereum, and others are like, well, what is this? And so it was a great experience just for me, just to kind of step out of my bubble to like talk to people who had like zero familiarity with anything, so trying to explain to them how DigiID works and why it's better than other 2FA systems out there. It was a great experience, and I'm like you, I miss it and miss being able to go out. And like I said, here in LA, there's a lot of people that do a lot of, I'm sure it's a lot of work to coordinate these events and put them together and, get the space and, of course, got to serve food and drinks and all that stuff and have people to give presentations. And so it's a lot of work for them too, but there's a lot of great organizations out here. So hopefully one of these days, they can, let us all back out and do the in-person thing again.
I'll tell you, Crypty Girl, she is dying to organize something for us, like really, like a large meetup or something like that. And I believe she's on the West Coast. I want us to open up again so we can, it's like, grow in that way. Cause like you said, Mike, it's like there's no substitute for it. Like having that interaction, especially with such a wide range like that, you grow so much in your own understanding because they ask good questions and then you have to think about it. And then you're like, you're not in your bubble anymore. And
Right.
it's better for all of us to, I found that when I hosted meetups, I was always, have my phone, and if somebody asked me a question I didn't know, I'm like, on Telegram, I'm like, okay, somebody give me an answer, and I get like 3 answers, ping, 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 or I'd even say, I'm going into a meetup with a bunch of smart people, and I need to know
Yeah.
back. So that's the nice thing about, having that hybrid where you have that entire internet global community supporting you pretty much 24/7, but then, you're in a physical place that you can tap that in there. And, you know, I think
And
that's
plus,
really, it's nice.
yeah, and you also, it's an opportunity to learn about what other projects are doing too. Sometimes, you're like, DigiByte, 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 and all of
Yes.
a sudden you're kind of like, oh, well, yeah, obviously there's more going on out there in the world. And, so it's great to learn about what, other projects are doing and what other people are building and, kind of gives, it helps open up your eyes to like, oh, well, yeah, I didn't realize that you could do that. Or, oh, I bet DigiByte can do that too, and so it's great to get out there and just meet with people, like actually like face to face. And I say that as somebody, I don't consider myself a very sociable person. Sometimes it's just easier just to kick it on the couch and,
I was gonna say the
watch Wheel of
same
Fortune.
thing.
So,
I was gonna say the same thing. Like, I'm actually very introverted in a lot of ways. People wouldn't know that about me because I'm obnoxious, but I am. I'm very, and so I like going to these events and I like having these events, like hosting them. But I have to like energetically recover for a couple days after. I'm like, you're like, because when you do it, you got to bring it all the way, and then you're just kind of like for a couple days. Did that happen with you, Mike?
well, yeah, I mean, yeah, because there's that anticipation, that build up, and especially if I'm giving an actual presentation, I'm just like afterwards, I'm just like so pumped because the energy, like, it's, there's not a lot of things that can give you that kind of same,
It's
feeling
like
when,
it's a clean high. It's a clean high.
yeah, yeah. So, yeah, and it's definitely, yeah, you need to like recover for like a day or two after because I mean, it can be really draining, but in a good way.
Yeah, no, for sure, in a good way, in a good way. And Script, you went to some events up around you, didn't you?
I was gonna recently go to the Westwood 2020,
Oh
and
yeah.
we had some issues at our church that some members had COVID, and I was like, I'm not gonna. First, it was on Halloween. Then Clint moved it back another week so a lot of people can make it, including me. And then so that didn't happen because some of the members at camp at church got COVID, and we had to like do a real strict lockdown. But then the meeting before that, it was a year before that. It was the St. Louis meetup at Bitcoin Ben's. So I met everybody there. I met Chicken Pimp, Rotor Rooter, uh, Ben, Clint. In fact, Clint was the one that invited me. And then Litecoin Lisa, I saw her from a distance. I didn't get to meet her, but she interviewed me, so that was cool. And then uh, a lot of them actually, so Kat was there, um, the Crypto Campfire, all those guys. Well, except Mitch wasn't there, I don't think. Um, but we met a lot of people. Ben introduced me to this guy that owns a farm, um, and I don't know. I forget the story, but it was a good story, and so I really clicked with them almost for the whole thing, and then it was like, all right, uh, we got to go. So, but because I got there like a day late, I surprised everybody.
I remember that. You were like a little superstar by then. You have this like weird,
Something.
you have a weird quality about you, dude. I mean, you just do. I mean, I love it, but you have a very, I remember, so this is one of my favorite things that you've ever done. Remember when, I know you remember this, when Coinbase said, what coin should we do? And then the DigiByte community just like, and I even tweeted right when he said that, I'm like, careful what you wish for, dude. And then everybody just came in.
Yeah.
So they said they accused us of being bots.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So he started a "We're Not a Bot" campaign, and I
Oh
just thought
yeah.
that was the coolest thing. And he just like, and I just like with such tenacity, he's like, "We're not," and you're like, Jared, where's your video? You're calling people out. You're like, make your video. You're not a bot.
Yeah, in fact, I think the I
And
think
it really
Mike
started. It was nice.
I think Mike from the Crypto Mug Investors called out Jared, but of course I was behind that. If the mugs can't get Jared to do it, and then Joe was getting trying to get him to do it, so it was like one of those things where
Well,
trying to find the time to do it. It wasn't like he didn't want to do it. It was
I
just,
know, I know,
but he
but
did it. He did
but
it.
he did it, and I think that says something. That means that the founder listened to the community.
Yeah.
And you really do have to have, you have to have some kind of relationship there where they're like, oh, okay, they really want me to do this. This will help them out. Like that's good.
But see, I didn't expect any of that. So it was like I did that. I
It
said,
blew
"Hey,
up.
I'm not a bot, I'm a real person." I break it down like I'm like passionate about what he called us. And then the next video after that in my truck, I said, "I'm Script Skynet. I love DigiByte, and I'm not a bot." And I didn't think of anything about it. But this like Renee chick, really nice older lady, really
I don't know.
sweet, too.
I
Really
don't know if
sweet.
I don't know.
She I don't know where she lived, maybe the EU, I don't know, but she like copied what I said
I
with her
I
name.
remember. Now I remember. Oh yes, she was adorable.
So she really started it
Yeah.
because I didn't that wasn't I don't know. I don't know if that was my plan or intention, but she really did it, you know what I mean?
Well, but you were like a little champion of that campaign, and it was a fun little campaign. I mean, we were obnoxious and whatever, but we were keeping the heartbeat alive, so you know,
I
let
just
people say what
jumped
they
in.
want.
I didn't know what I was doing.
Well, and that's kind of the cool thing. I've seen this a lot really recently over the last, few months is people kind of just jumping in and being like, I like to do this kind of thing. Who wants to work with me? I want to make something. I want to do this, or I want to try this, or I want to have this campaign. And I think a lot of times with these decentralized communities, people think like the foundation or the awareness team or whoever has to be like the drivers of everything. And they don't have to be. They're just support pillars. And I think people are starting to understand that they can just come in and be like, yeah, I mean, this is what I want to do. Just like what Lenny's done, what script you're doing. It's just they're launching stuff, off the project. And
Where'd
it's
Lenny
kind of
go?
cool.
Where'd he go?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
he's just
Probably went swimming, lucky bastard.
I do have to say this, that I know people may not have recognized it, but I was already committed to DigiByte, and I didn't even know what direction I was going. So I was already committed from day one. I didn't know how the community would
It
receive it.
was
You-
it was love at first sight. You were in puppy love. No.
Yeah, I was just trying to, I don't know, trying to find my youthful self and just try to
Well,
be
I
committed
think
to the project somehow.
I think that that's the thing more. I mean, the technology is important, but that's one of the common things that I see with a lot of people who come in. I can't believe this straw is going to kill me. I'm going to knock down another drink, I swear. But the community is coming in now and kind of looking around and being like, okay, I don't know exactly what I'm going to do, but I know these are the kind of people I want to work with because maybe they'll help me figure it out. And I see that happening a lot with the discussions that I'm watching, and it's really super cool to see. Like this part of it is really fun to watch. So it's like sky's the limit. And I think smart developers they'll want to find projects like this where they have a passionate community in place that's like ready to go. Use their stuff. Like, come build with us.
I
That's
got I
a
got to imagine if Bitcoin gets to what 40,000, let's say 50,000. What are these transaction costs going to be to operate on that network, right? I mean, I think you're going to see more people, and by that time, the emission schedule and inflation, Digibyte's going to be as such, and the price of Digibyte's going to be at such where it's got to be a lot more palatable to develop and create more product on Digibyte, right? As well as transact on Digibyte. It has to be, especially when BTC is that high, right? Um, so yeah, I see that coming maybe later on. More developers wanting to kind of come to our project just to see because there's so much opportunity here.
right.
There's not much built, and
Yeah, it's like it's pretty it's the ground is very fertile, I think, in this project to grow stuff. And so I think that that's just like, and I've seen the progression of the community and the interest and the energy just kind of keep slowly building, like slow and steady wins the race.
yeah.
But it's definitely building.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I love watching what Mike Aldi's doing because Digi Assets is one of those things that has huge potential for DigiByte, right? And I don't think there's enough being done to really build on top of that infrastructure and augment it and make it. You know what I mean? So I love when I hear these different ideas about it, and that's probably more something that we should have more discussions about, right? We should have more discussions about
Yeah,
that.
Mike's got to do a review of DigiAssetX trading platform. I want him to do that because he's already familiar on how to create them and then so yeah, that'd be cool, Mike, if you can do that.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see, what they come up with. I know it's the guys with Change Angel are behind it, and I love using their site. I use it frequently to, swap Bitcoin for other coins, and it's a really easy site to use, very streamlined and step by step, and so I've big hopes for DigiAssetX, and I think that's just the beginning. I think there's, as other platforms continue to come online and existing platforms like DigiBroker or create DigiAssets, they're going to, add more features and more functionality. I think it's just going to continue to grow. I think, we just got to continue to build upon the foundation and get, more tools such as, being able to distribute assets easily and efficiently is important. I know that when I've done my DigiAsset giveaways, I've had to do it, one at a time, and that can be a real pain in the ass.
Yeah.
So, it's so yeah, having the ability to just upload a list and just say, okay, send one asset to each address, and it's just a few clicks and it's done. That's going to be a key feature, and and I know that these conversations are happening in the background, and I say that because I'm involved with them, and I can't really speak too much about it at this point, but things are happening, and I say that as someone, like I said, it's a decentralized protocol, so this same conversations could be going on all over the place. Just because you don't read about it on Twitter or on a Medium article doesn't mean it's not happening. So I'm really excited for what the future brings for DigiAssets. I think it's going to become its own thing, just like in addition to like DigiByte, the coin, the currency. It'll be this whole new industry that evolves over time, and I think it's going to take off very quickly because the whole NFT space is growing very rapidly. There's more and more sites that are coming up with the ability to buy and sell and trade and auction these digital trading cards and digital artwork. Some do it better than others, I think. But it's going to be a learning process for all of us. And but it's very exciting to be a part of it and to be involved, at the early stages and you're at the front of the line, with the machete hacking through the jungle, just blazing that trail. And sometimes you're going to get lost. Sometimes you're going to stub your toe or, trip over something. But, we pick each other up and we dust ourselves off and we just keep hacking away because that's how it gets done.
I do like what I'm reading about it, where you can create, your digi assets, trade your digi assets, but it also says trade in general. So it didn't really say just digi assets, and you could connect them to licenses and agreements and established businesses. That's kind of killer move right there.
I mean, that's cool for like what Lenny's doing with the shrimp farm, right? So if you ever wanted to, like what he's doing is really cool. You buy an asset and you get a piece of the profits or something. A lot of business could be structured that way, and if you could do it legally or with some kind of agreement, that's a huge use case for digi assets.
It also shows the how people are like, well, I don't want to get screwed. Well, it actually makes the digi assets on that platform a little bit more accountable, where people can feel comfortable to invest.
Yeah, because they have the know your issuer, protocol. Like, I think that's the thing that's different is you have to go through a process to issue it on the platform. I believe
It's like a KYC type of
for
process.
For the issuer.
Now, I read something about smart contracts.
Yeah, right here.
Do you know what that is about? Mike, do you know what that's about on DigiAssetX? Smart contracts, abilities. It says smart contracts, so I didn't.
Yeah, no, I'm not familiar with what they're doing with smart contracts. That's one area which I personally need to dive into a little deeper to figure out how that works with digi assets. All of my assets have been more of the kind of digital trading card, where it is what it is. It's just, it looks pretty, has a lot of cool links with it. But as far as any kind of like functionality beyond that, as far as, executing a smart contract, I don't know how that works, but I'm curious to find out.
Yeah, well, that's when I saw it said DigiAssetX with smart contracts. I was like, wait a minute, that's something very different,
I think that's what I was trying to say was, I think the smart contracts is being implemented like, kind of like, programming, connecting them to agreements and business deals.
Wow.
And licenses and accounts and stuff like that.
That sounds huge, actually.
Which is credibility.
Now, how
It's
is
liability, right? You're talking about now addressing that liability where
managing funds.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Now, this is gonna be stupid. How is that like compared to what VIDT does? They also are validating contracts on the blockchain. Am I correct in that understanding?
But they're not on chain, though, from what I
Are they?
understand.
Are they not? I thought they were using like 3 different ones. DigiByte was one
They
of
are,
them.
yeah. The one DigiByte's one of them. They're using the tech, but I don't think their information is on chain.
Oh, it's not. Okay.
No.
So that could be the question as well. I guess we just haven't seen it yet. I mean, I guess we'd have to do a little bit further digging, but that's where I stand with it. I always seem to have to do more digging than I've only went straight to the source with Matt a few times. Actually, like one good time. And he explained to me what was the difference between, DeFi, the portability with it, the DEXs, and then DigiID, Atom ID, and then your basically your shared password with like Coinbase or something. How centralized it is, trusting their platform to secure your identity. He said Digi ID is like number two for sure security. So it totally wipes away, you know, having to save a platform or share or your logins with a platform that you have to share because that's how it confirms it when you apply it twice. So I thought he only didn't after our conversation was done when we were talking about Digi Asset X. He said, "All right, I got to go back to work now. Thanks."
Oh, I'm just very curious as to how that's going to work because I think that's a huge thing if you can have, I guess, smart contracts in DeFi are specifically to what how Ethereum's network works, but DigiByte can also have its version of smart contracts, which it's not the same as Ethereum's, right? It's written into like maybe into Digi assets somehow.
I did see DeFi on connected to Digi Assets as, I'm wondering
How
if
is that possible?
REN wrapped DGB plays a critical role in that model because obviously it's interoperable, right? I mean, some way we can find DigiByte and Digi Assets to play that role, right? I mean, I don't know. I'm just speculating at this point.
Then it would have to accept ERC20 tokens for smart contracts. I wonder if that's there somehow in some form. It might
What's
be.
funny is I heard, who was it? Nigel, maybe? It was a while back, but everybody had a real good grasp of what REN DGB was, right? Or REN BTC, right? I had a grasp on it. After hearing it a few times,
Mm-hmm.
But then he said, REN wrap DigiByte. More on this later. It's big. And I didn't hear much about it after that. Like, what do you mean? Like, so there's something else in the background. There is. When someone becomes silent after they say something big, it's silent. Like, okay, well,
Or their girlfriend just got mad at them for being on their phone too much and they had to take a week off. Don't get to, you never know.
I think I'll be honest with you. I think that
Sorry.
this was before the DeFi kind of bubble burst, right, in September, right? So I think we had a lot of plans for REN DGB. Um, but look at where it is now with all these rug pulls and exit scams, right? You see so many of these contracts that are not audited, or they're just draining the funds out of it, or they're doing rug pulls. So you got to be a lot more careful where you want your REN DGB to go, right?
Decentralized finance.
Yeah, that's the crazy part.
I've had so many people correct me. Do you know what DeFi is, man? Like, yeah, decentralized finance. Wow. Whoa. Whoa.
Yeah, so I think in the beginning, there were a lot of people who had ideas that you were going to make all this interest on your deposits with REN DGB, on lending and borrowing sites like Aave, and the reality is that our community is a very careful community, right? So even though that REN DGB is almost here, it's here in REN VM, but it's not in REN Bridge, so you can't mint and burn it yet. But it's in the actual REN VM. It's an asset that they've included, so it's coming very shortly. But we're not trying to free for all get it approved as a liquidity asset for every single governance protocol out there, right? That's not what we want, right? There's too much out there that's just questionable, and it hasn't had its track record yet. So so I think what the best way to really put it is it gives us the interoperability. It gives us that ability. So once there is, like, for example, like more projects that are a little bit like Aave, for example, or Bancor, things that have been there for a while are safer. Yeah, once we start, getting on there, then now you're talking about, being able to get, yield, being able to get some interest back and things like that. But uh, Ren's a busy team. They're just so many integrations. To do it now, it's probably has very advantageous for us to do it now, whereas later it will take too long to get approved and done and integrated, right? So they're integrating with Polkadot, Binance Chain. They're doing so many different things with their, uh, with
They're
their
on
team.
everything. I mean,
Yeah, they're just
like I'm shocked. I'm shocked at the reach that Ren has had.
yeah, Ren's
Um,
doing great. Yeah, they're
and
doing.
that and they have a partnership with Chainlink too, right?
Yeah, I
Chainlink's the
mean,
other Chainlink's the other one. It's just like it's everywhere. It is everywhere. It's wild.
yeah, it's the go-to Oracle, right? That pulls in all that information that you need from the outside world, right?
Yeah.
That's not in the blockchain world, right? You need prices from you know, other tokens. It's they just take that information and supply it to you. It's a pretty amazing, I guess, evolution to that kind of data, right? Um, but yeah, I think Ren DGB is, you know, they're going to take a very careful approach to where they want to put it, right? Versus just like saying, oh, okay, let's put it here. You guys can mine this token with it, and it's really about not your keys, not your crypto. Do your own research. This is not like once you have it, it's instant money. It's just our we have interoperability with ERC20 and the DeFi network now. We are ready to go. So once there is an opportunity, we're ready to go. So that's basically, I think, what the where we're at now with Ren DGB. But I'm excited. I'm excited to have it because wait till next year. We're gonna be doing things with what Badao. Badao is gonna list us as a um, as collateral in our native token, right? For their stable coin. So that's coming next year.
I had, I might have missed that.
Yeah, remember those conversations with they contacted Michelle?
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, yes. Now I
Yeah, so
remember.
that's happening
Sorry.
next year.
Yeah, I doubt. Yeah, I
Yeah.
doubt.
hmm
Yep, yep, yep.
But they're probably gonna do that second quarter.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I think you're right too. I think that, all of this that's happening now is just like, it's just sitting there waiting to be ready. You've got to be ready to be ready, And I think that people have been working their tail off this year, have been making some really good connections with, like that Ren, that Ren partnership came with because of Noah. Noah was like, I really like Ren, and started talking to them, and they're like, you got my chocolate and my peanut butter, there
That's
you go.
that's how it
And
works.
that's how it works in this space. It's kind of fun to watch it, like watch how that all unfolds. But that's how that came about, So, and like you've got Crypti doing her work with the Celsius community, and she's trying to get DigiByte on Celsius, and she's doing it, that's the kind of beauty of this decentralized system is you're like, let's see what I can do.
Yeah, you see a lot of new
So,
people just popping up and making an effort. That's amazing to see them do that.
yeah,
You know.
yeah. And seeing the fruits of their labor, pretty quickly, like they're manifesting pretty
And
fast.
Scripps got his own show, and
Yep.
Mike
So
was
And
on.
so
I love it. You're doing a good job with that. I really enjoy watching it.
what I'm seeing here is Matt. Let's see on the Digi Asset X Telegram. Matt was talking about it's a DigiByte chain. Is that like linked to the chain of the Binance chain and VID chain? What is that? Is its own DigiByte chain? What's that?
What are you speaking of?
It's called DigiByte chain, Digi Asset X. And then he states, we got something else right here, what we were talking about. Okay, a little bit further. Okay, so some guy as, hey guys, and this might be separate from the whole decentralized finance management, you know, assets and stuff like that. But he says, hi guys, will DigiAsset X make offerings in shares, other assets of exchange, or no, assets of exchange? And he replies, at this time, there is not a legal framework in place to offer legal shares via assets. Also, we are not issuing an IPO at this time.
Okay.
So I don't know what that means. What's the IPO? What is that?
Initial public offering, or I don't.
Right. Okay. So
Before
it's
something goes
because
public.
he asked it for digiassetx.com. Okay. So yeah, a coin for digiasset X. Okay. Well, that was completely different.
So there's
then.
going to be no
That's-
token, I gather.
Yeah. So
Okay.
no
All right.
investing in digiasset X except what's in the platform. Before we get to me or anybody else, Lenny here
Yes.
developed a DigiByte community and down in the Philippines, and we all watched you grow that thing.
It's awesome.
And then COVID happened. Tell us a little bit. Now I feel like I'm on the talk show.
I was going to get to that too.
Tell us a little bit about that journey with, you know, what you were doing with the DigiByte and assets and the growth of your business and your community, because you got quite a few people working with
Yeah.
you.
Yes, definitely. Actually, it's been a ride, and it's just little over a year now. So much actually got achieved in 1 year. It's pretty incredible. Sad thing is the COVID, and it happened. That kind of spoiled lots of our plans here. But yeah, DigiByte was absolutely fantastic. That was the best option, basically, to join hands with DigiByte, the Digi assets. Yeah, when I launched the assets, I really didn't expect that they will sell like hotcakes within actually 2-3 weeks. It was absolutely crazy storm.
Yeah.
It's like I'm sitting in Philippines, but the sales were happening like all around the world. So mostly, like for 3 weeks, I was permanently online and just sending assets like crazy. It was it's been an amazing journey, definitely. But right now, we actually, because of the COVID happened, and the COVID actually destroyed the farming quite heavily over here. We were thinking basically how to change that, basically how to do something new, how to work around COVID. And yeah, now basically we developed online marketplace, we have mobile wallet via partnership, we have farming management system. We recently got connected with one DeFi project, so the farmers will start earning interest actually via their pools, mining pools. So lots of new stuff actually happening, and yeah, DigiByte is always there. On everything what I do, DigiByte is connected, and more will basically come, because again, via some partnership, what I did with the farm over here, we will replicate it basically in Uganda and Tanzania. So we're working on that as well.
Oh
We
my
connect-
gosh,
That's
that's
cool.
awesome.
Yes, that's
Oh
actually
my
why.
gosh.
That's actually together with ClickWorld, right? And over there, it's ready approximately about 500 farmers basically to join this. It will be like cooperation, co-op farming kind of thing. And yeah, I think if everything goes well by January, it will be launched. So it will be very interesting actually to improve. Right now, I'm trying to improve life of farmers, not just in the Philippines, but also in Uganda and Tanzania. So yeah, the growth is amazing.
Now, are those all connected as like some kind of organization, or is it they're just separate entities?
It's actually a separate entity. I will say basically ClickWorld is our partner right now. And ClickWorld gave us their technology for the social banking, basically, which we bringing into Philippines. and we giving them knowledge about tokenizing the farmers for them over there. So it's like exchange partnership basically.
Interesting.
I haven't heard of that Click Wallet. I have to.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to look into them.
Yeah, check them. It's click without the K dot vault.
Okay, that's easy to remember.
Yeah, without the K. There's no
Um,
nothing.
so
What's the DeFi token that they're farming or representing? You can't say, or
I can say I'm working with Cord, CORD, Cord
CORD
DeFi.
Cord? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah, great team behind. They're actually from Netherlands, like lots of DigiByte people as well. So yeah, great team, great project, and they actually already helped us because recently, as a farm, we went to Isabela to help basically farmers over there after the typhoon, right, and after the flooding. And the Cord DeFi basically, it's they help us massively, basically to achieve that and to even go there. So yeah, really nice.
Awesome. That's awesome.
Check the project for sure.
Cool.
yeah, I do like I like the humanitarian efforts that people are starting to really participate in the crypto world too. I think, after being through like the bear market as bad as we were, I think it humbled us all a lot, and as we're starting to kind of make the climb out, people are starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel a little bit. It's nice to see people like turning that around, like Mitch from Crypto Campfires, like, you know what, let's help some people. Let's, he's working on a charity to help people who can't pay bills right now because of COVID and all
Oh,
and all
beautiful.
this stuff. And yeah, so it's like, people are really starting to kind of turn that around and be like, okay, let's just help who we can help, and I was really impressed with how much you guys brought down, Lenny, after the storms. I watched your kind of like video story of that, and it was just so nice
Nice.
and to see stuff like that in times like this
Yeah,
where you just feel like ugh,
it was actually heartbreaking because people over there, they lost absolutely everything. So when we arrived there, the interesting thing is that they still smiling, right?
Yes, that's it's amazing, isn't it?
They are still happy, but they are very dirty. They have no shoes, but they have no option because right now they have no water. Now it's improving, but when we went there, they had no water. Inside their houses is basically full mud. On their fields was about 60 centimeters of mud as well. So it's very hard to see actually.
Wow,
It
it was
wasn't
cool that you
easy.
went down there.
Yeah, I'm
So-
planning second trip actually soon. I'm touch with the mayor in the local area over there, and they still cleaning the fields right now. And once they clean it, I'm planning basically to deliver them some seeds and fertilizers, basically to start over.
Yeah.
So
That's cool.
Yeah, it's needed.
So, Mike, the economic ninja, right? Can you explain DigiAsset X? Can you explain that in like what's the Cliff Notes version of what it is? It's just it's an exchange, right? It's just they're creating an exchange to trade different digi assets and maybe other NFTs.
Yeah, I
and
mean,
things like that.
that's my understanding. It's
Right.
just, yeah, it's going to be an exchange where you can buy or trade digi assets, and I believe it will give the ability to create assets as well.
So it's like DigiBroker on steroids, basically.
Possibly, yeah. I mean, it's
Okay.
yeah, I'm really excited to see what they put out, and yeah, I think it's great that more options are coming online. I commend DigiBroker for what they've done. I mean, they came out very quickly. Like not long after DigiAssets was launched, they launched their website, and it's been great to have an option available to if you have assets you want to post and sell, or if you want to go buy assets. It's been the place to do that, and so I'm really excited to see what DigiAsset X can bring, and and others as well. Like I said, it's this is one of those things where it's like it's, of course, it's open source technology. Anyone can use it and build on it. And, I think the more the merrier, because, high tides raise all ships.
Actually, Mike, previously you mentioned sending Digi assets one by one. I think DigiBroker already launched that you can basically just upload a list and do an
Okay.
airdrop basically with the assets. DigiBroker already have it.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I guess that's how you did it, right? With your assets, did you use that same method, or did you do it individually?
No, my assets I was sending individually. I'm using DigiBroker for the dividends part. That's done basically
Okay.
very easy. But now even the assets you can do basically send it to all. I think Clement was mentioning that just recently. Then he got it.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
can't
can't,
wait.
the pioneers in this space, like you guys that are creating the assets and using them, and, like Clement making the first asset exchange. I mean, that's, we're so lucky to have that kind of energy and spirit in this community. Be like, I'll try it. Let's try and build something. Let's try it out. And I know that you've had a lot of patience because it hasn't been an easy road with new technology, but man, it doesn't slow you down, Lenny.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
can't wait to see it.
I'm learning every day actually.
I bet.
It's not the easy process, and I never was a big fan of Ethereum actually, and recently because I joined the DeFi, so I've got like crash course in Ethereum right now. It's absolutely crazy.
Yeah, DeFi is it's been a crazy 6 months of DeFi for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, August
definitely.
was a great time, I gotta say. Not so much after that, but everything up until August was amazing.
Hey, I see, Lenny, I see three companies at the Netherlands called Cord. One actually makes cords. And then, so is that the one?
No, no,
Well,
no,
it's a
no, no.
token,
It's
right?
not.
Is it the
It's
ministry
a
one?
no, no, no. It's a core DeFi. Core DeFi.
DeFi, yeah.
Yeah, core DeFi. Hey,
Okay.
I could post the link over here. I can find it.
I didn't know it was Cord.
Okay,
Yeah, it's
so
Core DeFi.
yes,
CORD is the token.
Core DeFi it's called, but the website is coronadefi.com.
I see
You
it.
can, yeah, coronadefi.com. So they have
Interesting.
two tokens. One is cord and one is vaccine. You basically you put the cord in the pool and you're getting vaccine as a reward. It's pretty cool actually.
It's at $4.50 right now.
Yep.
Interesting.
You can see those wheels are turning right there, man.
Well, I'm trying to still figure it out what it is because
Yeah, I'll send you a link.
I I thought I had it and I clicked on it. I think I'm looking at it right here.
Just do coronadefi.com. You have all the information there.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's where I was. Okay, so it it looks like what is this? I don't understand. Oh, wait a minute. Hey, what is this? I don't know, man. I'm not getting anything really. Except I'm getting this weird. Let's go here. Now it's telling me I can't find nothing. What did you find, John? What?
I put it in the live chat if you see it.
Oh, did
Yeah,
you?
so if you
Let
go
me
to
look.
this website, it gives you like an explanation of what it is, the token, what is core,
Yeah.
tokenomics.
I'm trying to see it. I don't see nothing.
Yeah, but
Is it in your screen share?
yeah.
No, no. I'm not seeing anything. I don't see anything. What? Yeah, why don't you give me your YouTube? What is it? Is that what you're sharing it on?
If you go to the live chat, it's posted in there. Yeah.
I'm
Well, yeah, I
looking
just put
right
it
at
on
it.
YouTube. It actually pulled up, but
You mean the chat right there in Zoom?
no, not the Zoom chat. It's the live chat in YouTube.
Right. I need what's the YouTube? What am I supposed to be looking at?
The
What
live chat.
YouTube channel?
All right, you know what? I'll send it to your Twitter account. How about that?
Twitter? You can't send it right here in the chat?
In Zoom?
Yeah.
Sure. Hold on.
John he looks like a Star Trek guy. Like I want you to have a
There it
Star Trek
is.
shirt on so bad.
Who, me?
Yes.
I am a Star
Okay.
Trek guy, actually. I'm not a Star Wars guy. Okay, what was that? Corsi? You see that from Lenny? He wrote coredefi.com.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is kind of what I was seeing, but I didn't.
Hmm.
Huh. Okay. Corona. The name Cord because, well, who's going to be buying anything after the name of Corona?
Is it based on some kind of corona or vaccine? Is it tied to something like that, or is it something else?
It looks like a,
Oh,
Then he's muted.
Not really. It's not.
Oh,
It's not really based on that.
oh, okay.
but it says we as a team have a vision to donate to the ones in need of affected by the financial crisis this pandemic has brought upon us. An amount of 10% of the coins will be donated to the Red Cross Foundation.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's
Oh,
interesting.
well, okay, so
They do lots of good. Like I said, they helped us even with the trip to Isabella. So, and then they definitely helping many others.
Hmm. So why does it say Corona DeFi? Is that what it's called? Corona DeFi? Cord?
Yeah, it's basically short version is Cord. Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
Corona DeFi.
Yeah, I gotta definitely look that up.
It says it's a Corona DeFi is a decentralized autonomous community driven organization that focuses on giving back to the community and catching potential threats to or in crypto whilst calling them out before any enthusiast is affected.
Hmm.
This is kind of so this crypto is basically assetized by this big community here. That's the driving force behind it. Cord aims to be involved in several partnerships within it can benefit from mutual growth and have greater exposure at Cord. We have a charity platform, so each acts as a gateway to the community.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to read up on that. It's probably gonna be a long read on the
Well,
tokenomics.
I see the roadmap.
Oh, Lenny, I was meaning to ask you.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever got a sense of like people wanting to mine cryptocurrencies on phones in the Philippines? Has that ever been talked about as an interest?
Uh, def- yeah, definitely there will be interest
Oh,
because general public in Philippines basically has got phones, not computers.
right, right.
So yeah, there definitely will be interest over here, massive interest.
Yeah, because what Josiah talks about random X a lot, and that's CPU mining, right? So
Mm-hmm.
would be interesting to see, what countries really start, downloading, a miner for the phone and start mining on the phone, because it seems like there's a lot of countries that would like to mine, on their phone, because they don't have computers or they don't, have,
Exactly.
yeah, that's interesting. I was always thinking like South America or someplace like that, but Philippines might be a
Now,
nice place.
I haven't, and I've heard a couple different story like thoughts on this, but minding on your phone. Sorry, I've got a little bit of a cold. Minding on your phone, is it like, how does that affect your battery? Like, is that as far as like, so, because people are like, you can just plug it in at night, go to bed,
Yeah.
and you'll be mining,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But will you will you run through a phone battery a lot faster that way? Or can
Well,
you
I
do
think
something
not.
external?
I think I would assume that if you're doing it overnight, your phone is charging.
Right.
So,
So it won't affect it as long as it's being charged.
yeah, and quite frankly, the way Josiah explained it, it doesn't take up all that much more resources. I mean, it will make your
Okay.
phone more, take up some of the processing because it's CPU, right? CPU based, but it's not gonna
Yeah.
like burn your phone
That's
out or anything like that.
yeah, that's what I heard as well. Actually, it shouldn't be so shouldn't have too heavy demand actually on the power. It should be
Okay.
pretty much okay.
Yeah, but
Yeah, that was my like that was my only question. I'd heard it from a couple different perspectives, but it's
yeah, and
always
I
interesting.
think that's when Random X comes out, and if you can build them, I think that's one of the things that we were constantly talking about, right? Like a one-click miner
Right.
on a phone or something where, and Josiah was also talking about, this comes from the Monero code, right? So, in the Monero code, there is the ability to give 1% of your hash, power to a dev fund, right? So, um, switching that over to like a DigiByte address or dev fund versus a Monero, and having it voluntary would be kind of cool, right?
I
So,
think I like that as a
me
solution,
too. I like that a lot.
I think
It's
it's simple and it's like give people a choice if they want to make it easy and they want to do it that way, give them some easy avenues to participate and give and
and it's
see
not
what
forced on
happens.
the consensus level.
No, not at
It's
all. Yeah.
voluntary, Um, yeah, and I think that's going to be huge in countries where people just, like even, you know, getting 10 cents a day worth of Digibyte is big, right? Wouldn't, and you're just doing it on a phone, right? That would be it'd be worthwhile for them. Um, yeah, I can't
Yeah,
wait
I
till.
think it would make it much more accessible to everyday people. You don't have
Yeah,
to, have, a boatload of money to go out and just spend it on a ASICs miner or, specialized equipment. Um, if you can use your home computer or your cell phone and you can mine cryptocurrency, I think that's going to be a
yeah, I can't
huge
wait.
draw to a lot of people it allows
The-
people to participate who otherwise couldn't.
All right.
Many new people will come to DigiByte once they can mine it, DigiByte on the phone. It will help massively.
Yeah, Random X is good. I'm so excited for Random X. I'm so excited for it. Yeah, CPU mining, even GPU mining with ProgPow. I'm ready. Excited for that. So many
Yeah.
people have video cards sitting around doing nothing, right?
It's basically you got ProgPow, replacing SHA-256, and then XMRig mining, you know, potential on your cell phone. So you're actually upgrading it in a huge upgrade. It's a huge upgrade because now you're more diversified in the use cases.
Hmm. And Schnorr's, signatures, which should, decrease the footprint, right, of Digibyte and make it a little more secure and adds just a little more privacy features to it, right? So it gives a little more privacy-like, features, which is cool. Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait till like, you know, all this stuff is happening in the background. And, it's being worked on, but you don't see it you know, like Mike said, you don't see it like on Twitter just because we don't announce it on Twitter or whatever. So much stuff is happening in the background. It's, you know, can't wait to see all this happening. I can't wait to see Lenny like, um, you know, spreading awareness in the Philippines about how to mine on your phone with random X for DigiByte. That's going to be awesome.
Ah, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
Well, we've got people in Nigeria. We've got James in
Yeah,
Nigeria
that too.
that, could,
Mhm.
be boots on the ground there. And yeah, when that feature's available, that's going to be really exciting to watch. It's going to be exciting to see, and I think the timing of that will actually be good. I mean, with all the news that's coming out about crypto now, I mean, we're hearing people are coming back to friends or like, oh, can you tell me more about that again? So people are coming back into this space now that it's always going to be matched to price. It just is. And so I think the timing of all this innovation is going to be really good with the market.
That's a really good point. I believe that too. I think you know, end of this quarter, beginning of next quarter is going to be, you know, for DigiByte, a lot of things going on, which is really good. And then Badao coming second quarter or first quarter.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, well,
I completely blanked on that. I
yeah,
can't believe when I was like, which one is that? There's so much happening. It's really hard to keep up.
yeah,
Next year it will be very interesting for DigiByte.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I agree with that 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, it'll feel like a totally different blockchain by next year, right? With all the different things that we'll have.
Well, so much has been, I think so much has been done this past year that people don't even realize, you know, um, just in solidifying everybody together and be like, okay, let's work on this project together. Let's work on that. Like everyone's kind of grouped into their teams that they work on stuff together with. And that's what we've been doing all year and supporting each other through their process. So like by the time next year comes, all of that, the only way to do that is over time. You can't rush that. You can't throw money at it. You have to like let that stuff kind of marinate into what it's going to be. And I think it's going to be pretty exciting because I see a lot of talented people like, partnering up,
And
which is
Jared's
really,
working on
really
something
fun.
apparently, right?
Yeah.
Didn't he tweet
Yeah.
that he's working on something? That's
Yep.
exciting. Come on, Mike. Do you know anything about that? You spill the beans.
Sorry, say again?
Do you know anything
You're
about
so
what Jared
bad,
is
John.
doing? He said
Sorry, I
he's
couldn't
been
hear.
working on something also.
Oh, I'm working on something?
No, Jared said he had a tweet that said he was working on something for DigiByte.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. I missed that one. Yeah, I'm not sure
So
what he's got up his
no one
sleeve.
knows what is it?
No, I don't. Well, I don't know.
Isn't this fun? It's just kind of like anybody could be doing anything at any time, and Blammo. Well, I keep trying to like telepathically connect to Mental Collapse, who is the developer behind. I think he was developer for ODecrypt and worked on DigiShield. But everybody's like, they all have these like brain crushes on him. They're like, he's so smart. He's like alien smart. So I've been trying to like mentally be like, come back to the project and do stuff. So he could be working on stuff. You don't know, like, boom, here it is. So that's the fun thing about open
Cool.
source.
Hmm.
You never know who's working on it in the background.
Yeah,
We don't even have to know.
There are things going on. It's just not as it's not so publicized all over Twitter. We don't have a huge DigiByte doesn't have a huge marketing team that just constantly pumps out all these different articles and things like that. Everyone's doing it voluntarily.
But I do really like the monthly update articles,
Oh, yeah.
John, that you like. Those are those are awesome.
Those are awesome.
That was
Y
good.
Kagel.
Yes.
Shout out to Y Kagel.
Mike Hagel.
Yeah.
So for the first time ever, I was actually in one of those things, which kind of shocked me, to tell you the truth,
Why?
because I was number 5 on the second tens. Like, so there's two 10. There's the first 10, accomplishments or projects and interviews, and then the second 10. I was in the second 10. number 5. It's kind of interesting. It's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
it was about your com talk.
Yes, and so I'm bringing great cyber initiative for DigiByte.
Yeah, community talk.
Cyber initiative lives on.
Cyber initiative.
Yeah. Hey, guys, I hate to be the first one to leave, but I'm gonna have to, check out of here and, head on home. But, just want to say thanks for inviting me in. This was a lot of fun. I had a good time seeing you all, and listen to all the latest and greatest of what you guys are up to. And it's good to see Lenny out on the
Philippines.
tropics of the
Yeah.
Philippines. And
It's beautiful out there. Pictures.
yeah, it's,
All right,
it's
Mike,
good to
thanks
see
for
some smart people
joining.
these days.
Bye, Mike. Thanks for coming on.
So,
All right.
Later, Mike.
Thanks, everybody. All
thanks,
right.
Mike. Bye-bye.
Take care. All right. See you guys around. Bye.
Now there's 4.
Anyway, actually, I will have to jump as well because the farm life is calling me. So I need to go back to work actually right now.
All righty.
It's weekend, so yeah. Thanks for having me, guys. And yeah, we'll catch up soon.
Bye.
Oh,
See
and
you,
next
Lenny.
next year you need to all arrive. Come on.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Definitely.
Cool. See ya.
See ya.
Bye.
Later, lady.
Yeah, I'm really excited for next year, first quarter. I feel like
Yeah.
everything is gonna happen all at once. Right?
That's what I mean, every time I
All
like
at
make the
once.
face, I
Uh-huh.
make the because I just feel like all the way timing is working out in general. I'm like, oof, this could be interesting.
I think it's almost better that way, right? Because
Yeah,
just
you know,
dribble
it's
out
true.
some updates, it just gets forgotten. But you just take all these things that are happening, and you see it happening, and it comes out. It's just like one after another, and then if ever, who knows? Yoshi has worked so hard on Rosetta, and that's just did phenomenal work there. Coinbase, we're ready. Come on, list us.
I
we're ready.
know. It's it'll come. It'll
Yeah.
come.
Coinbase is Coinbase. Here, let me tell you something about Coinbase. So it's friendly, trust me, but kind of upset. So I think it's like the going trend of Coinbase. I've never actually had the problem, but all of a sudden I did. So I transfer crypto from Coinbase or buy, put money in my account to Coinbase and then buy a crypto and then send it off of Coinbase, right? And then come back to Coinbase. So I've done that a few times. So when something positive happens upwards, I can do that, The problem was I had $35 worth of Bitcoin. That was about all I had in Coinbase because all my money is in, something else, another platform. But so that's my Coinbase is the cash out, basically, if I wanted to cash out. So, but I've done this 100 times with my wife. I would send her crypto that we earn on Coinbase Earn. So I would do all my earns, right? And then I would send it. You get a send button, like an email send button through Coinbase, and I would send all my earned crypto, which is like minuscule, right? $1, maybe 50 cents, whatever. I'll just send it to her. So, but anyway, I had $35 worth of Bitcoin, and I was like, that's all I had left in it, except something else. I don't know, some dust. But I sent it to her, like I normally did, and it flashed a 303 error or 302 error, whatever it was, when I sent it, and it was just sending as normal. I sent, all $35, go over there to her email. Nothing different at all whatsoever. It flashed that, and then my Bitcoin was 0. So I was like, okay, it sent it, I guess. But usually you get a little receipt down below. The transaction says, okay, sent Bitcoin to this email, wait for confirmation. Didn't get one of those. So immediately I knew something was wrong, right? Because I know the routine through Coinbase, right? So I immediately went to their customer service, which sucks, by the way. Can I say that, John?
Yeah.
Sucks. It sucks. You can't get a hold of anybody. anyway, I'm sitting here trying to contact who do I need to make a grievance to? Who do I need? I mean, like, it's not that simple. And then finally, I was able to make a ticket. So you gotta make a ticket for your grievance through Coinbase. So I sent it. I haven't heard anything back. Nothing whatsoever.
Since then,
No,
wow.
absolutely nothing, dude. And I still have zero. And it doesn't show that error, it just says 0 Bitcoin. And my wife, she doesn't have anything that says receiving or waiting 8 days for a bit, that $35 Bitcoin.
This is the worst part about crypto. Okay, this is the absolute worst part about it. That if you send it to the wrong address, goodbye. Like that type of thing. That's what I hate about crypto.
But the thing is I did something that was normal between her and I. I send like, $75 worth of BAT to her. I sent whatever I earned and some that I invested to her through their email. Plain and simple. That's how I got introduced to crypto. Someone said, hey, start up a Coinbase account. So I did on my little phone, an app. And he sent me $5 through my email address because it was connected to Coinbase. So if you're sending, as long as their email address is connected to their Coinbase account, that you can talk to each other for payments. You can send each other crypto, okay? So that's cool, right? You can also send it in a text message, but a lot of people think this is new, and it's not. It's not new at all. In fact, Nigeria is using the same kind of technology getting paid through a text message, because they don't have, I think earlier they didn't have a bank, so they would send their money. They had a money system before crypto came out, and they were sending text messages with each other with the total of the money, and then they would use their phone to send to the market or the business owner to make the payment, and that their money was actually saved through text messages, the total and everything. So it's not new, but yeah, something that was super simple that didn't really have anything to do with the blockchain. I was just sending my crypto from my account to her account connected to the email that they confirmed, flashed an error, like a 305 or 302 error or something of that nature. And literally, like, they don't contact me. It really aggravates me. And it's $35. I get it.
Reply to your email at least. That would have been something.
I mean, I don't really care about $35. I just want it to work. Dang it. I mean, shoot.
I'll never forget your story about how you lost all your DigiByte in the beginning.
It's a tragedy, dude. The thing is like my roommate at the time is the one that basically told me about cryptocurrency. He's like, dude, the money's being made in cryptocurrency. I'm like, what are you talking about? So he told me to start up a Coinbase app, and he sent me $5 in Bitcoin. So I was like, oh, this is cool. And so I started doing more research about it, and that's how I, learned about Bitcoin, watched some documentaries, learned about Litecoin, because Litecoin was on, I mean, at the time, guys, it was only Bitcoin, Litecoin, or Ethereum and Litecoin on the Coinbase. So that's when I got into it, when Bitcoin, Litecoin,
it was only three, right? It was only three currencies.
Bitcoin Cash like spiked to $6,000. I saw that thing. What a deal. But anyway, so I thought it was cool. And then more research. After the Bitcoin Cash crash, on Coinbase, I discovered DigiByte. So, but the thing is like, I bought some DigiByte on Poloniex. I sent it to the core wallet that I had. And then I downloaded the Android. I had an Android app for DigiByte wallet, and I got my roommate into mining and getting wallets and establishing. He was so overwhelmed with it. He didn't want nothing to do with it anymore. And I had that gut feeling before I asked him. I said, hey man, I want to send all my DigiByte from my core wallet over to your wallet. And he got super upset because he didn't want nothing to do with it. He was like, listen, you do this. I don't want nothing to do with it. I said, listen, I'm running out of options here. I got, a couple of wallets here. I want to basically back up my DigiByte on my, core wallet, and then like get rid of my core wallet, upgrade or get the core wallet again, then, see if it's saved on my flash drive or whatever. But in this case, I just wanted to send him all the DigiByte that I had. So it was 150,000 DigiByte that I purchased at 5 cents. It's a lot of money to throw at DigiByte.
Rough. That's rough.
150,000 DigiByte, guys, 5 cents. Do the math. I don't know what that was, but it was a lot. I was like, yes, I'm getting a lot of DigiByte.
Oh.
And then so he was upset. So he wouldn't let me do it. I had a feeling like, okay, he's my roommate. I upset him. He didn't want nothing to do with it because too much for him, I guess. I don't know. But so what I did was I went on YouTube. I asked a couple of guys in the, I don't think it was Josiah, it was somebody in there, but in the DigiByte support. Basically, it was like copy the DAT file and save it, right? And then, you're basically backed up. But the thing, what I did was I erased the core wallet. So I brought back my core wallet, and what happened was I don't know why, but my seed phrase didn't match the new core wallet. But the thing is I saved the DigiByte. So what I did was I replaced the DAT file with the DigiByte that I saved, right? I put it in the core wallet. It wasn't there. So that new core wallet was not recognizing my seed phrase because what happened was I took the DigiByte out or something. I don't know what it was. It was a complete glitch. And Josiah was like, oh, I'm sorry, dude. I said, don't worry about it.
The whole thing is you're trying to back it up and like be safe. And meanwhile doing that, you wind up deleting all your DigiByte.
I was trying to back it up with you see, like right now, here's my opinion. One of the things that the DigiByte community needs to really understand, right? I'm glad that we have, let me look, Telegram that has a ton of support, and communication. A lot of people don't feel okay giving somebody a ring and say, okay, this is what you got to do. On Discord, okay, you can have a dedicated DigiByte support team on Discord, and you can privately call them through Discord without giving your phone number. And you can walk them through the process of whatever they have personally. Like we can have a face-to-face conversation like what we're doing now through Discord, and they can also do remote control. But see, we don't want to do that because then all of a sudden it feels kind of funny. But still, you can have a support team right there through the Discord, DigiByte Discord, and walk these people down through core wallets and understanding. And I think that one-on-one communication, like what we're doing right now, will be a game changer compared to all these other communities. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm pretty sure other communities found the patience to do that. And I think that moving ahead, I think we should do that. I think we need, help with that kind of one-on-one communication with somebody that's stupid like me, is freaking out, and Josiah on the development channel was like, all right, chill out, dude, chill out. And that's what he told me. He didn't know who I was at the time. Because I didn't know who I was. I was just getting into it. I was a nobody. But anyway, I was freaking out. I was like, hey, man, I lost a lot of DigiByte. What's going on? How do you get it back on your core wallet? And they just basically told me, like, this is how you do it. And I did it. And I was like, it's not working. It got to the point where I was like, I think I saved the DAT file too many times and I deleted the real one or something. It was like,
you know what I think though? I think that Telegram was kind of the de facto medium in terms of how people were originally supporting these chains. Mm-hmm. And it evolved into Discord because Discord is now, it has multi-channels sharing, a little bit more of a collaborative space, right? So
Yeah.
I think it could get there, and I think if you suggest it, I think they could. I believe there's a channel there in Discord, but I don't think anybody talks on
Okay,
it.
so the Discord I'm associated with that I'm never hardly a part of is the Minecraft DigiByte thing, but I don't know if that's still going on. But
But that's the
my
point.
thing is,
I think it'll evolve to that someday, and I think when the project is, when there's more people building on it, and you need like a developers channel. We have what Telegram developers. We have mining support, official, right?
yeah,
Announcements.
it's on Telegram. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. So Discord, let me break. It's a gaming platform where you can communicate with other gamers, and you can with through audio, video, and their games. Okay, and you communicate. You just type it. It shows up on their screen on their computer or their TV. You just type it. You're on Discord, man. You're like it's a full gaming platform for communication. Now imagine that like full head-on gaming platform for customer service. So what
Yeah.
you're doing is you have the option to call them right then and there in your community. So Discord shows community on the right, shows everybody that's online, offline, and the leaders and the experts
Yeah.
and the novice, right, and the newbies, right. But it'll have chief organizer, whoever started the Discord, and then there'll be like experts and stuff like that, right?
Right.
Veterans. So there's like chevrons on these people. Like they know what they're talking about. These guys are the noobs, right? And we help all the noobs. Basically, on the left-hand column or on the center column, you have the chat line, just like Telegram. Chat. Now that's all Telegram is. Now, you can, updo the videos, upload the videos and talk nonchalantly on the left-hand column of this Discord. Nothing new to people that know Discord, by the way. I'm not trying to school you in knowledge, but I'm just trying to imagine the support team. On the left-hand column is, like say,
Channels.
I see it in people's like TA. They'll have DigiByte TA chat, DigiByte price speculation chat, just like what we have over there in Telegram. But these things you can have. Okay, this is the DigiByte Core Update wallet. This is how you back up your Core wallet. This is how you run it. This is if there's any bugs over here, you take the schematics and just drop them in there, and then they could say, well, okay, after you do all this, we'll help you.
So here's the problem with that, okay? Where right now all these rooms, like the price and speculation room, is not run by the official group, right?
Right.
It's just run by the TA people and the traders and so on and so forth. So when you have a large organization like these DeFi tokens do, they hire someone to manage that entire process and hierarchy, right? So it's easier when you have funding and an organization to get somebody to manage the whole thing, assign admins to each piece. But as as it gets like decentralized, like our community, everyone created these rooms and they're different admins. So I get you. I want the same thing because I like
I'm not saying
Discord
throw
more.
the price speculation within the support DigiByte group. Like
No. What I'm saying is you find a DigiByte server in Discord, and under all the different channels, you have everything. You have price and speculation, mining, support, official discussion, announcements, community, DigiBat,
Yeah.
Whatever, anything and everything that you want to have access that is all DigiByte is one-stop shop. That's what Discord is, right? So, but the thing is, that's managed by just people who control that entire server. So here we're decentralized and we don't have, like all these different groups are.
You mean Telegram's decentralized?
Not Telegram, but the groups are, right? So
Because Telegram and Discord is similar to the same thing, but when you look at the difference, I think the difference is more operability with and interaction with ease with Discord.
Listen, I agree with you 100%. I think Discord is much more powerful, but I don't think it was as prevalent before. And the Telegram rooms just grew, and now Discord is growing exponentially because of all these DeFi apps that are just going on Discord, right? So this didn't happen. Discord didn't blow up for crypto until very recently. So I think it's gonna happen, eventually. But
Can you on Telegram? Can you communicate without using your phone, just through your laptop or your computer to the individual that needs help?
what do you mean? Yeah, can you communicate? Yeah, but in like what way? Like control, like
Through
desktop sharing?
through Telegram without using your phone. I know. Laura and I, we talked on Telegram through a phone.
Hmm.
Did you use your phone when we talked?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
it was
can
on my
call on a
phone.
phone. You can make phone calls.
Yeah, we called each other
Yeah,
and
you can make
talked.
phone calls. You can't do screen sharing, but you can do phone calls.
So screen, yeah. So screen. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you, the thing is like, how it would be much easier to have that personal relationship with someone that is frustrated. You're like, all right, take it easy. We'll walk you down through this. Talk about the best customer service in the world, because here you're seeing
Yeah,
you
but
know,
that's
you
my
don't have to
point.
see their
Customer
face.
service is not like we don't. It's everyone's just volunteering. There's no one really managing this entire server, right? And the admins, and it takes.
Well, yeah, I mean, exactly. That's all Discord is anyway. Just give up your time for either helping people out how to figure out DigiByte or play a game.
Right,
In
right.
fact, you can help people play or figure out DigiByte and help them and play a game. I mean, this is.
You should suggest this in the support and official discussion. Maybe they'll try to, move it on. I kind of, I like Discord. I think it has a lot of features that help you do a lot more things, like you said. I hope
Think
I
about how
I would,
many
I would,
experts would be available on Discord. You'll see them all right there. It'll show, like, if they're online, it'll show green. If they're offline, it'll show red. If they're like playing a game or talking to another customer, it would be yellow or something like that. I forgot what color it was. And it's divided. So you know who to talk to or who's available right then and there when you join Discord. And like, okay, I'm going to look at, see, kind of venture around I need help with my mobile wallet. Okay, who do I talk to before I just start chatting away? You have this column on the left, mobile wallet support, mobile wallet stats. This is what you need to do with your mobile wallet if you don't understand. And you go through that list first before you even go over to the experts over here if they're online and available, kind of like Telegram. But then if it's a real doozy, because there's a lot of real doozies, a lot of people don't like the DMs. But that's what I'm saying. It's like if I would, I would have never thought to make it was really hard for me to understand Telegram, first of all, because I've never been into this computer world. And I just throw myself into investing in the DigiByte and then trying to figure out what the core wallet is. When I downloaded that core wallet, John and Laura, I looked at that thing and I was like, what the heck am I getting into? Like, I was like looking at every little word and little bubble that popped up and trying to figure it out. Okay, what is that? I'm trying to be smart here. I'm trying to figure what did that just mean? Like, oh, man, what did I get myself into? And I put all this money in there.
And then you lost it.
Well, because I was trying
I
to.
feel so horrible about that.
I was just trying to get what I was trying to do, guys. I was trying to go to YouTube and listen to other people about what they were doing for DigiByte and how to say, well, none of that worked. It was so frustrating. It didn't work. Whatever they were telling on YouTube wasn't worked. We should be able to, as a decentralized community, knock their video out because it's old school. It will not work,
There's
guys.
a lot of things about blockchain in general and how things work, wallets, trading, that are still very. It needs to be refined. We're not.
That's
there.
what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
we're a ways away from mass adoption when,
Yeah.
we don't have some fail safes somehow, there's gonna be it can't be this scary and be mass adopted.
Like, I love unstoppable domains, right? Because it's like a crypto address, right? But we need that like on steroids, right? Where you
Right.
can just be like, I want to send to John, not this
Well,
20
Yeah,
number alphanumeric number, right?
it's gotta mimic, I think, a lot stuff that they're already using. You
Mhm.
know, it's gotta be at that same user level. It's like so when they make that transition, it's not this huge, this huge quantum leap for them.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
It,
so
it's
it's a
basically
while.
you have Telegram and it's the same system. I pull up Telegram, you know, it's the same system except on Discord it's more user friendly because it's everything's bam right there in your face. It's kind of like looking at Facebook, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And you're able to really quickly move around in Facebook and learn it real quickly because they it's designed that way. Telegram is not designed that way. It's not. I mean, I'm looking
No.
at it,
So you
but
want DigiByte to move to Discord?
I want the support group, the support official official groups move to Discord because it's so much.
Have you proposed this in the Telegram rooms?
No,
Why don't you then?
I'd be a fool, man. We're
Why?
talking about it now.
I think a lot of people would support you. I would support you. I think it's a great place to move. But
No,
the
granted,
reality is who's on Telegram and who's on Discord. So that's something you're gonna have to find out.
I think a lot of the people that are on Telegram are, you know, the developers, the decision makers, the people that actually do this thing.
Right.
I mean, what if we did this? What if if someone from if someone way up on top said, all right, we have a DigiByte community support team, slowly transitioned, not really transition, keep the Telegram group, and then just join the Discord. And then the people that are actually given the information for support can go back and forth and check it out if they aren't familiar with it. But I'm telling you, once you start getting community questions, and it says experts, veterans, and then noobs all down here. You'll see all these noobs asking questions in certain chats, and then the experts or the veterans will help out the noobs. The experts actually help out the veterans and the noobs. And then you got your one guy, on the top, which controls the whole thing, and basically you hardly ever see him talk. It's basically what I'm seeing. And he'll pin something up, right? He'll pin something up at the top, like on
Well,
Telegram.
I think you should suggest this in the Telegram room.
Yeah.
I think you should do it because
You should.
it's a good idea in my opinion. I like Discord. I use it a lot. Obviously it's right here on my screen. I always have it up.
Is it?
So yeah, Discord's on all day. I have like all these, governance token, conversations and
Yeah,
what
dude.
they're proposing,
I
voting.
had a mining
it's
group.
great.
I had a mining group. I joined mining group to mine Litecoin and DigiByte, and I had an issue with like one of the DigiByte pools. I was like, all right, I need help. Walk me through this pool because the pool wasn't updated at the time, and I was using somebody else's pool. I'm like, all right, so I need help with this. This guy was ringing me right there on Discord, so I clicked it, and all of a sudden his face showed up, and he started talking to me. How cool is that, guys? Freaking cool, man. I mean, it'd be like you guys just all of a sudden popped up like that. Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, Telegram is like, using AIM, like instant messenger, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Discord's like using a collaboration tool. It's more modern,
Yeah.
but there's a lot of trade-offs. It's a lot easier to, a lot of people are on Telegram, but yeah, I think you should propose that and see what everyone says, and maybe they'll try.
You have a bunch of solutions of what already the people are looking for on the left. You click those little buttons that it tells you they're like little files, and they like and then you got the experts and the community members all on the right, and everyone that's going to help like actually answer a question will pop up online to answer a question, or you're basically waiting for them to answer a question, but you can pick them and privately message them too, just through Discord.
I like the idea of Discord because you can put everything under one. If everyone tries to consolidate, you can put it under one, and you don't have to look for the mining group. You know, like,
Yeah.
hey, what's the channel ID? Like, what? How do you know? How do we get
That's
in
a
there?
good point, John.
It's just all there. Everything that you need to know about that project, like in governance, like all these different projects, it's all there. Everything.
Yeah.
There's no other place you need to go. But you know what? They still do have Telegram channels, you know, also because not everybody's on Discord. So anyway,
True. True.
yeah. Anyway, propose it. I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, I think you should. I mean,
Yep. What do you got to
it
lose?
just, yeah, it's like if you want to organize something and take the lead, you
I
should.
can't. But what I'm saying is like, okay. So I guess what I'm saying is, okay, I'm a nobody, right? And I get into
I don't know
DigiByte.
why you keep saying
I don't know.
that, but
No, I'm saying let's start over. I'm just somebody that just got in. I'm new to crypto. Let's just say I just came in, right? And then, like, all right, guys, hey, maybe the support team needs to come over to Discord. I'm not going to be able to, you know, start
you're
something
not a
like
new
that.
guy that just came in.
But I'm not.
And
I'm not a support
a lot of people
answerer.
know you, and I think
Oh, you don't have to be the person who does the answering, sweetie. You could be that person who's like, I see a way we can do this better, like from an organizational perspective.
But it takes a person that is already doing the support answering to actually engage with the community once they do get on. Because, hey, we all join the community. If there's no support,
the whole
it's
point
gonna
is
fall
this:
apart.
if you propose it for them to move it over to Discord, then the admins will move over there. So you just have to get
Yeah.
their buy-in.
I need
So
the
you
admins
Yeah, so
on
you
board with
you
it.
need to propose it in each channel and get the buy-in and see if they want to move it over. That's all you have to do. Just propose it. Yeah.
And at least it wouldn't have to necessarily be the one-stop shop, but although it
But
is.
a lot will fall under it. Yeah. So
Yeah,
a lot of
yeah.
stuff.
No, I mean, I think Discord's a great, you know,
I love Discord.
I think it's a good organizational tool.
Yeah.
I mean, I think when it comes to communication, especially in the space, we tend to get these deep ruts in the road. And so it's hard to get out of that. But, you know, it's like if you build it, they will come. I mean,
Mhm.
everything gets evolved eventually. So this might just be a natural
I agree with you though,
evolution.
Script. I'll tell you. I talked to Laura about this. I really do like Discord a lot. And I think it's a very good. It's better than just like chatting. It's got more collaborative,
Dude,
collaboration
if your
features and things.
if someone's face pops up when you answer their phone call while you're chatting and looking, at your core wallet trying to fix it and all this junk, or I mean, because it happens sometimes. So that's why you're looking for support, or you're just chatting with the community on the same page while you're all of a sudden the support guy is helping you. Like, there's no slowdown in it. You know what I mean?
No,
Like, there's not going to
like
be
I
a
said,
giant window
I
that
think
pops
you
up
should
and
propose
overtakes
this
everything.
in the chat rooms. Just propose it. Just go into the support and official and say, hey, what do you guys think about, you know, either moving things there or making it a little bit more like the primary place to go. Why not? Just suggest it.
Yeah, so that would be
people will
what?
have a conversation about it. Everyone in the room will talk about it. Some people
So
will say
that'd
yay,
be
some people will say yay, and you'll.
Why Cagle, Matthew Cornelius, Josiah Spackman,
Yeah.
Nigel, Yorat or
Murat.
Yorat, yeah. Who else?
Just say it in the room so that you can have the community have their say also. Right?
Because they would have to start it. I can't start it because then they can't be in control of it. You see what
No,
I'm
you're
saying?
not starting anything. You're not starting the Discord channel. You're just
Right.
suggesting them to do it. And if they decide to do it, they'll set up everything that needs to be set up. They know how to use Discord too.
I wish something like this, if that thing gets swept under the rug, I wish someone would just be able to say, hey, I think it'd be a good idea to start a Discord support channel.
What's swept
And
under the rug? What are you talking about?
Let's get a vote on it. Right? Hey, let's get a vote.
You can right away. You can just do that tomorrow. Just talk to them.
Just tomorrow.
Why not? I don't understand
Let's
what
vote, guys.
what the holdup
Take
is.
it
Just
over.
go and talk about it. Just say, hey, what do you guys think about moving everything to Discord? And tell them your reasons why and see if they want to do it.
I'm having trouble. Oh, there we go, dude. Now everything's bigger.
Yeah.
See, this is why I can't be an admin on Discord.
All right, it's 10:20. I gotta have to take off, but I'm glad we had this. I like these
I
little
know this was a
conversations.
good. This was our first 001.
Yeah,
Hashtag
I don't, you know,
001.
like we're gonna have these once in a while, and just people just talking, kind of talk their mind, and I enjoy it. I just want to see what the community members are up to. Um, but yeah, let's go.
Well, thanks, boys. This was fun. This is the most social I've been in a while. So
Yeah, me too. All
Yeah,
right.
looking great. Looking great.
Yeah.
thank
All
you.
right, everybody.
Well, we'll talk to you later.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.